Sound check. All right, we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alienware Game Victorious Region Finals. This match we have for you today is DMC versus the Frag Squad, the Straw Hats basically. This is a third place match. We've just witnessed a couple of minutes before a semi-final round between Team DMC and what was that?
The other team was Elloons, also known as
Team
Oblique.
yes, Oblique Gaming. It was a wonderful match, even though they suffered a loss. One game loss was there for Team Elloons, but they came back very delicately. They came back very pushing in. They came in a very pushing manner, and they secured a win. But now we have a third place match between the losers of that match, the DMC. They're gonna fight Straw Hats for the third place. And ladies and gentlemen, the bands have already been started along. I am Robin Gupta, also known as the Punjab Police, casting for you today. And along with me, I have a very good friend, extremely knowledgeable, and I personally call him my Wikipedia, Dota Wikipedia. Kshitij, ready to say hi, Kshitij.
Hey guys, this is Croc here, and it's a pleasure to be casting for Lord Nod Network for the ICGC Alienware tournament. Big shout out to Alienware, Windows 8 and Dell computers for providing us with the necessary hardware that we need to cast this tournament. Right here, we're now with DMC versus Straw Hats here. It's that for some reason the name has been changed to Frag Squad. I do not know the purpose of that. A ban, we've seen some bans, interesting bans here. They banned Naga Siren and Pudge as a ban, probably as a respect ban because they know Straw Hats used it really well yesterday. We actually missed out on that game, but I'm sure it's going to be a thriller of a game to watch again. On the Straw Hats side, they've banned Anti-Mage and a Queen of Pain. Picks being picked up really fast, one after the other. The DMC have picked up Templar Assassin, Tide Hunter and a Disruptor really fast for themselves. Meanwhile, the Frag Squad is picking up Leshrac, Rubik, and the third pick is going on. 20 seconds to go.
Oh, we see a ban on anti-mage there, and yes, you're right about the Pudgeman. I've seen these matches. I was there in the casting scenarios. They fought against Team TA, and Pudge has actually created havoc. And I mean, there's an Imba hooks, from places you can't even believe. Just pulling the people down. If somebody's teleporting, just cancel the teleport. If somebody's just moving around, just pulls it. Amazing hooks we have just seen on yesterday in the matches against Team TAs and many more. So definitely, this is a respect ban when DMC figured out that Pudge would not be a very good option if it has been put in the hands of Team Straw Hats. So the ban is fully justified. But Naga Siren ban, I don't know. Since there's been news on nerfing on Naga Siren, still the Naga Siren is being banned on almost every game I'm watching. But then, on the other hand, we've got Anti-Mage ban and the Queen of Pain ban, which have actually been a popular pick in the recent games. And we've seen Akasha doing really, really well, and a fully farmed Anti-Mage creating havoc for the opposite team. So they've just banned it. And so goes the Invoker and the Chaos Knight. The popular picks are being banned. I'm not really sure why this is happening, but then they probably know I think they have done their homework pretty well, and they're well spotted what kind of heroes they're actually good with, and they're just banning them, or they're just making a counter pick. And this is what Kshitij is going to explain me. If we say about Straw Hats, do you think Anti-Mage, Akasha, or Invoker is a trouble for the kind of picks they have taken right now?
Well, it's really hard to say here, but Invoker coming out in the ban pool after they've already picked up a Templar Assassin. An Invoker being banned by Straw Hats just does not make much of sense, because they already have their mid solo in the form of Templar Assassin, and Invoker needs the mid solo lane really badly. And they've gone ahead and also banned Morphling now. They want to eliminate any hard carries that the DMC can pick up. Again, Templar Assassin and Morphling do not really go well together. I mean, they're both dying for farm. They both need items. They're heavily item-dependent heroes. In such cases, there would be some serious splitting of gold. Meanwhile, Dragon Knight and Chaos Knight has been banned. We haven't seen Dragon Knight either banned or picked in many of the games, almost all of the games. But here we see it's being picked, and now it's time for a fifth ban, and they go for a Panda. The Brewmaster is being banned here by the DMC team. And the last ban turns out to be the Death Prophet, which we saw DMC use very effectively versus the previous games against Oblique Gaming. Excellent games there happening. Really, you guys should definitely check them out once they're out. Now we're into the pick phase again, the second pick phase. It's the turn of DMC to pick. They have 20 odd seconds to pick. Their fourth pick now. Let's see what they have to pick. A lone druid pick. Meanwhile, we can talk about the lone druid pick on the StrawHatz team. It's a really awesome pick. The guy is just insane. Once he gets the farm, once he has a radiance, or like the AOE build that has come into picture. The American player called AOE. He's started making this build that revolves around making a Maelstrom and a Mjolnir that gets converted into Mjolnir and maxing out the attack speed potential, getting those hyperstones up, getting that chain lightning orb effect on the bear. That's turned out to be really efficient. Again, the Tranquil Boots is also one of the items that the lone druid uses, has started using now. Now they're into the reserve time as well. There seems to be contemplating what hero should they be picking here. It's a really odd situation. They go for a Sand King here, a 2 melee AOE combo, like it's Tide Hunter with the Ravage combo, and the Sand King with the Impale, Sandstorm, and the Epicenter. Both of them are melee. Sand King happens to be a little weaker in terms of his starting armor. But let's hope he can hold it. He'll probably end up going in a tri-lane with someone. The final pick is the key here. They still do not have a mid solo. We see Windrunner nowhere in the ban pool or in the pick pool yet. We haven't seen Windrunner being picked at all. It's just strange. I think I must have missed if she was nerfed or in some way. But it's just strange that Windrunner is one of the best utility heroes that there is. And now it's time for the fourth pick on the frag squad, that is StrawHatz team. What do you think, Robin? Like, what's going through your mind right now with these picks happening? What do you feel? What's your emotion in this?
Well, my primary concern focuses on the Templar Assassin right now, because I think since they have no formidable opponent for the Templar Assassin, so they did pick Juggernaut, but on my mind I think they should have gone for the Venom Mancer, because you've incredibly explained me that Venom Mancer is supposed to be the very good counter pick for Templar Assassin, plus his overall survivability and variability and viability above in the entire game is really, really important. So I thought that Venom Mancer would have been the next pick, but I don't know. You know more than me.
Well, indeed, but we see a Juggernaut being picked. That is huge news. Juggernaut has not been picked in a single game. That's incredible. I mean, they could actually be really doing for the... It did last time? With StrawHatz? Oh my god, so StrawHatz setting the benchmark here, breaking the Indian meta game here. Awesome, awesome picks coming out of them. They're really doing something here. I really hope to see some excellent action here. Meanwhile, the fifth pick going on in DMC. I mean, this team has been awesome. They've been picking up Pudge. They've been picking up Juggernaut, as you say. The picks are unorthodox. They are really trying to break free of the shackles that most Indians are actually imitators of professionals. And a final pick on the DMC side happens to be a Luna. A Luna, again, I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing hard carry again. She can get so lethal with the glaive rape. We just saw yesterday with the Watsek game in which Luna was being played. Watsek versus, it was, if I recall correctly, it was Banana Pajamas or something. They played a really awesome game. Luna is here to stay.
5 seconds.
Exactly, and then it's like now is the final pick, and one could only speculate as to what they'll be picking here, but they seem to have their carries. In fact, a dual carry. That's, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work out.
Vino, come in.
I know. Okay. I think I know where you're getting at. I think it's going to be a Venom answer, but it is Crystal Maiden.
There you get your things, man. This is exactly your day. You wish for the crystal, the aura. There it is, right there for you.
Absolutely, Robin. And the Crystal Maiden is here. We haven't seen her in a long time, nor have we seen Mensch for the Spirit, but she's out. But Crystal Maiden finally makes an appearance. For some reason, StrawHatz thinks to believe that it's in this setup of heroes, they think the Crystal Maiden can actually work. The Rubik, the Syllabear, the Crystal Maiden, the Leshrac, and the Juggernaut. I think they can work. This, I mean, it's just all too soon to say, but the key thing here is going to be the laning phase. The Juggernaut and the Syllabi are both melee heroes and both need serious amounts of farms. It'll just time will tell us who will support whom and who will babysit whom.
All right, when the action just starts, let's find some time and introduce who's playing who. It's just StrawHatz Frenzy has decided to go for the Rubik. Pusher has decided to go for the Lone Druid. Crystal, a very interesting pick, is now being controlled by Psycho Max. Cluster has decided to go for the Leshrac all support. StrawHatz Excarnation is now controlling the Mighty Juggernaut. And on team DMC, we got Zoom controlling the Templar Assassin. DMC Punk is now in control of Luna Moonfang. Pyro now controls the Sand King. Quit Noobs. He was the one who was playing the Anti-Mage the other match, right? Yes. Now, great action scene from Quit Noobs, and now he's in control of the Disruptor. Amazing. He's now gone. He was the carry. Now he goes for support. Now, this is a very good thing to see. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. And Barca AFK, he's controlling the Tide Hunter. I mean, we've seen Tide Hunter being banned in a couple of games recently, but now we're going to see full action on him. The game's just begun. The mid lanes have met each other. Let's have a quick look at what in the mid is. So the Sand King and Disruptor are going mid, which Disruptor is possibly going to stay there.
That's a very good ward placement here, and immediate dewarding by the StrawHatz team. Extremely aggressive here in their dewarding. They know that the Disruptor needs that vision for the glimpse, recall back, and that's amazing gameplay there. That's completely that's going on their minds all the time, that the ward is so needed that they will obviously try to place a ward to get that Disruptor's glimpse up, and StrawHatz completely negating that strategy by putting a sentry ward there right in the start of the game. Templar Assassin picks up a haste rune right at the start and is at mid here. Should be a little tough, I guess, for Rubik, but you never know. I mean, Templar Assassin has become such a lethal mid solo hero here. She just has again a refraction and a meld ability and a psionic blade that spills over damage. There's just so many ways that you can harass and actually fool your opponent into believing that you're actually weak. Meanwhile, we actually had the Leshrac and the Crystal Maiden supporting Rubik here. Rubik is actually trading hits here with the Templar Assassin. She's landing some hits here. Meanwhile, on top lane, we have Disruptor and the Sand King actually pulling those creeps here. The Syllabi is actually just scouting and trying to pull the creep wave back to his camp. This is a very good move here. He would just be trying to get this wave here, and he'll make them follow, and he'll get them to his tower. That's what he's been doing, and this is amazing. This always works with Syllabi. In fact, we've even seen in some professional games that Syllabi goes top with support and uses that bear to actually help out the hard lane people.
Oh.
That is serious gameplay here. They're actually applying themselves. They're using their mind and doing something that people usually don't. And a first blood goes down and we miss it. Unfortunately, the Leshrac picking up the first blood on DMC Barca. Unfortunately, we missed it. The Tide Hunter falling for a trio of Crystal Maiden, Leshrac, and Yunero.
Let's just check out who secured that kill.
It was Yunero.
Oh, the Juggernaut is in control now.
Or not? It wasn't Yunero, I guess. Oh, no, it was Leshrac. It was Leshrac. Yeah.
Come on. All right, that's a good thing to see. First blood to the credit of Team StrawHatz. DMC struggling over the creep control in command of the Celebear at this point of time, because he's just taking out their wave and bringing them out of the towers, and in turn applying pressure on theirs as well. So that's a pretty good move, very common and a very decent and quite a good move from the Celebear. And in the meantime, the middle bash carries on between the Templar Assassin and the Rubik, and so far so good. Bottom lane, there's been one kill. Tide Hunter suffered a kill when the three of the heroes, the Juggernaut and the Crystal Maiden and Leshrac, they pawn Tide Hunter in the bottom lane. So we have a game pause again, ladies and gentlemen. This is becoming very common scene in today's matchup. Some lag problems are recently happening, but don't worry, things will be get going, and we will be waiting for it. Oh, there, as I speak of it, there is an unpause. The game starts again. Disruptor is in trouble with some creeps here. He's trying to pull them. Is he trying to copy the Sally Bear?
Never. He's not, in fact. There's no way he can actually do that. He's just pulling the normal route.
Do you find this amusing, man?
Yes, it is. Well, we do imitate, but we're not that dependent on someone who does something to imitate him. It's just the normal routine pulling that's happening here. They're just trying to. The bear is just creating a pain in the ass, and it's actually it makes sense because when the neutrals attack the hero, the creep wave that comes in actually gets attracted to the person who attacks their hero. That's how aggro works. That's how the creep aggression works.
Okay.
So that's the reason why the creeps started attacking the neutral creeps again, in spite of the fact that the Syllabear was there and trying to lure them back to his tower.
Okay. That figures. That really figures. Okay, so we got some action happening in the middle.
I think they're trading hits here. Rubik just landing a few hits here. He has 563 gold here. And the Arcane Aura by Crystal Maiden, the much needed Arcane Aura, is at level 1 now. She has 1 level of Frostbite. We have actually seen the disappearance of Crystal Nova being used after so many times that was nerfed. The slow duration was in fact reduced to such an extent that now it's just not viable to use it. The Frostbite is the best way to go forward now. It's a single target lockdown, and it's really helpful in locking down those people who can escape really easily.
That's right. So it proves very useful in ganks and running heroes. You just force them to stop, and so the other ones can finish them off pretty easy. And the aura that is given by the Crystal Maiden all over the map, the global aura, and that's absolutely useful for the melee heroes like Juggernaut as well as the Lone Druid, I presume.
Absolutely. We have the Lone Druid actually getting up a little bit of farm. He has 6 hits to his credit. His bear is on low HP, has the return off. That means it's on level 2 here, right? And we still have the bear. He's trying to get some hits off. The bear has a stout shield. The bear is just up and he dies. 100 gold in favor of Luna here. Really smart move there. She uses it on the bear right on the right time to get that gold off. So bear is really a good source of income now. And in the game, apart from Visage's the spawns, I think there's some action going on at mid here. Refraction is on by DMC. Zoom. He's trying to hit a few. The flag is being cut into half. I don't know how that has been done. It's okay. Let's just look at the game now. The flag that they're showing is not the complete flag, right? All right.
It's the logo of the team StrawHatz.
Okay, it basically looks like a pirate logo with a yellow hat, I guess. Yep. I know.
All right. The match is it's advancing at a pretty stable rate. The kills are 1-0, and looking at the stats right now, what kind of stats do we have here? Shittage, the gold, the experience. This is all casually firming up. Okay, you see, this is the last hit ratio. What is it? Okay, 29 on Moon and Juggernaut is on 25. That's a good difference, yeah. But then I'm sure they're going to cop up. It's possibly because of the double attack that the double actually has. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden still roams the jungles, aiding Leshrac as and when required. Okay, we have some action. Sand King could be in trouble. Leshrac is on to him. Maybe get a kill. Just one hit. Oh, there is the Edict. That's it. Alright, the Edict has just claimed Sand King. Leshrac not even just moving around. That's exactly the kind of thing you were telling me, man. Just activate everything and then roam around, you get a kill. That's exactly the kind of thing we're expecting from Leshrac, and what we see from now. He just claimed Sand King by using his Diabolic Edict. And there we go, 2 versus 2 in the middle, and Disruptor trying to go in for some creep kills, while the Temporary Assassin continues to go for the last hits.
Meanwhile, on bot lane, Unero has Juggernaut. The Juggernaut has his phase boots up. We see some item flying to Leshrac here. Is the observer was here, and Unero actually getting what I don't know what he should probably make a I don't know I don't know I have never. It's been such a long time since I've seen a Unero. Last time I saw it being picked, people actually it was in the Navi game where they picked up Unero in the game was the LGD, and that was a clutch game. In the spin happening, Tidehunter comes in, Leshrac comes in with a Diabolic Edict, a split, he misses the split and the ultimate clears him off. The Tidehunter falling in a few seconds, although the ultimate was used, Leshrac getting the kill on that. So a little bit of a, well, that's not in their control, it's just something that happens randomly. The blasts that happen around Leshrac and Diabolic Edict are random. There's some action going out here. Templar Assassin on very little HP. Rubik has stolen the refraction. The Psionic Traps go down. 3 hits, 6 hits. There's a 6 hit limit. They're still trying to get her. One more hit. And she's used the bottle up. Rubik gives up the chase. He had haste, but he's going to give up this chase. It's not going to work out in the end for him. The refraction and the bottle charges are just too much. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin is actually spamming those Psionic Traps and trying to slow them down. She has them placed at rune locations at bot, and that well, that's about it. She's placed that. So she has a limit of 5 Psionic Traps. Meanwhile, on top we have Luna actually farming really successfully, a Ring of Aquila and a Poor Man's Shield. Well, this could very well turn out to be the Tranquil Boots Ring of Aquila and the Drums of Endurance build that we've seen Zoe pick from IG. Apart from that, this game has actually fallen into a lull of sorts. 4 kills to nil, 4 kills to 1 on in favor of the StrawHatz team. They've been really good. They've roamed around quite a bit, and they've been doing their homework sincerely. From the feedback that I've got from the teams, they're playing extremely well with unorthodox picks such as the Unero, the Juggernaut, the Pudge, and Luna, and also, in fact, not so. It's not so. And Sankey, and they take down Leshrac with an Impale, a Moonbeam, and last hit coming in from Luna. Excellent play there by Leshrac, just being caught in the wrong position at the wrong time. No vision here. That is what resulted in him not knowing what was incoming at him. Again, an Impale here in the middle here. They're targeting the Crystal Maiden. One hit to it. A Ravage comes and takes care. Templar's last hit actually takes care. Templar actually gets a second kill. Zoom actually dies. The glimpse, the perfect glimpse there. He uses the glimpse. He pulls him back, right back into the kinetic field. Excellent play. That's what the Disruptor can do. He's so unpredictable, and you just have to be aware that anytime with that huge range of, what's the radius? I mean, the range is not there yet, I guess. Oh, is it? Okay, it's 1,800. It's still the 1,800 range. For some reason, I thought it was nerfed a bit, but I guess it's not. So at the final level, it's 1,800. Yeah. So that the Juggernaut picking up kills here. Sanking going down to the Juggernaut again. Sorry we missed that. There's just we were lost in discussion. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry. Now we see the DMC team. A lift off there on Tidehunter, kinetic field going down, Unero hacking away. He starts spinning and gets out of the kinetic field, taking right hits and tar damage, right hits again. He's still chasing after him. One gush and an anchor smash, and he falls down. Juggernaut falls down. That was an overextension and a tar dive for no reason. Again, a kinetic field goes in. He wants to trap Rubik and Crystal Maiden. One shot away is Disruptor. Tide focusing down on the Rubik. Rubik still steals a lot of spares and is using all of them very fast. Again, Crystal Maiden tries to save herself by using the ultimate Frostbites. Templar Assassin tries to escape, but one shot away and she dies to Templar Assassin. Crystal Maiden, ballsy play there, resulting in a 3-for-2 trade in favor of the DMC. They still lost their Disruptor and their Tidehunter, but also in the process ended up losing the Crystal Maiden, the Leshrac, and the Juggernaut here.
I'm looking at the Crystal Maiden right now. I mean, she actually could some really good assists when she's looking for this kind of kills here. And not only that, she was able to survive for a little longer time. She evaded the Templar Assassin pretty well in these trees. Just seen it. But she's playing overall. She's playing actually good with the kill scenes of 7 to 8, 7 credits to Team Radiant, and 8 credits to Team Dia. The matchup is still on a very balanced scale. All teams are doing well. We have another attempt at the Disruptor, but Tidehunter comes in for the rescue. We're just gonna make Ruby go back. Crystal Maiden comes in with help. Oh, we just missed on that. The Phantom, the Templar Assassin just killed Leshrac over the bottom rune site, and she's just coming in the middle just to attend to the gank. There goes the rapid. See, check it out.
Impale, Ravage, and the Fate Bolt actually popping off. They're chasing after the Rubik here. He's trying to go back. Right hits on the Rubik. Templar Assassin being lifted off. One shot after the meld and refraction, and they successfully get the kill. Templar Assassin is hitting hard with that meld at max level and the refraction at max level. The Psionic Blades have not been maxed, but that's okay, but she managed to do the job here. Amazing hits, powerful hits coming out of Templar Assassin now. Ended up in a fairly even trade there for both the teams. And we have a dewarding being done by the Leshrac. He's trying to, he has got this successfully. He's also hitting the psionic traps here. 1 gold for Leshrac.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome. That's 1 gold. You're richer, and he probably earns that per second more than him.
Tell me about the Lone Druid, man. How is he faring?
Well, the Lone Druid is actually doing really good. 41 kills, 41 last hits for him. An Orb of Venom and a Stout Shield. We've seen that. We've seen them doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a Quelling Blade, but I guess it's not. Maybe it's not. It's feasible right now, but the investment is too much. Impale goes off. Impale and an Epicenter. Kinetic Field traps the SK. SK is the one who falls down for Rubik, and the Bear actually taking him down. Lone Druid takes him down. Then the tower would go as well. The Bear dying in the process.
Has fallen.
Let's see now.
This was this was really sad for the Sand King. He just tried to go for his epicenter, but then it was carefully blocked by the kind of, the field actually dropped right over him, man, and just built up over him, just frozen, not even able to move, you know, an inch from there. It was just stuck there, and not. I mean, he did actually manage to get the epicenter going, didn't he? But then it wasn't useful much because there was no movement. Oh, there's a hack. I have no one.
There's a gang going on Templar Assassin. She's melted in, but they know she's there, and all the AoE is just jumping right on her. Now they're trying to focus down on the wagon here, but the better job, the one that got the more goal is done. The Templar Assassin is down. She chose to go for a Yasha after the strength power threads. That seems like an odd choice. We've seen a standard build here that a Templar Assassin goes for. It's a phase bottle and a blink dagger strat. It's a steady item choice, and it's what maximizes her potential as the ganker, as the initiator, and as the damage dealer. Meanwhile, we see Luna jumping in with the Eclipse. 1 shot and she goes down. Juggernaut actually going down by Tidehunter. Rubik actually getting spawning the Sand King here. They're going for the star here. Leshrac actually doing a lot of work here. Lots of assists. 3 kills, 3 deaths, 5 assists. Rubik with 5 assists as well. Are they gonna get this star or not? Probably not. This is in the deniable range. They managed to land a Fate Bolt here before she could use Refraction. She's now in Refraction. 1 hit, 2 hit, and Rubik goes down. Another hit, and Leshrac goes down. That is insane hitting potential by Templar Assassin. Crystal Maiden just had to retreat there. She just couldn't do it, and the tower would be denied as well. Excellent play by Zoom there. Awesome damage coming out from him there, and he tries to get this game to a balance there by getting those 2 kills. Quick thinking, nice TP there. He knew it was a long shot, and I was probably under the impression that he would end up dying here. He's again chasing after the Crystal Maiden. Clever Crystal Maiden actually tries to TP out, but dies in the process. Not quick enough. Now she's trying to chase after the Unero. The Psionic Blaze, huge damage, meld plus refraction. The damage, he's already dropped to half his HP. My God, this Templar Assassin is ready to stop at nothing. Great play there. Now they have Rubik plus the Unero and Tidehunter with his ultimate. Will they go for it? The Rubik coming their way. They should initiate. A Gush, a Psionic Trap goes down, gets both of them in the range. A Ravage goes down, does not get does not get Unero. The healing ward is up. He's trying to get some hits up. Leshrac comes to the rescue. Tidehunter taking the chuckload of damage. Now they got the Tidehunter down. Templar Assassin making a run for it. She's trying to escape this out of there. They know that the lone druid and Leshrac have come back to support them. They're still trying to chase. It's 3 for 3 here. Different positions. Psionic traps going down. Impale on the lone druid. Hits refraction. The epicenter goes down. They finally get that guy. Crystal Maiden comes down from about Frostbite, a freezing field, and she gets the kill. Crystal Maiden with her ultimate and the Leshrac with the splitter and the diabolic edict actually get them. This is insane. No one would have expected that.
I did not expect such kind of thing. I think the Crystal was a goner, man, but then assisted by the mighty Leshrac here. I mean, this is absolutely an amazing thing that just happened right here. I mean, totally unexpected that hail coming down all the way, and the Leshrac support amazing. And I almost thought that they're gonna die for this, but then no, they just pulled it.
Exactly, because the way we saw Templar Assassin just TPing bot and taking out 2 heroes in an instant, and that too who are stronger comparatively than Crystal Maiden, I thought it would have been a piece of cake for them. But Crystal Maiden, the ballsy, gutsy Crystal Maiden, just turning the game around, just went in and got that freezing field right up in their face.
Now, when is that often that when you see a Crystal Maiden doing her ulti right in the face of the opponent?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's just the kind of brave and gutsy play that I'm talking about here. And in fact, she has also gone for a phase boots and a drum. Most of the time we see her picking up either in the current stage, well, a tranquil boots would also be excellent choice because it gives her an increased mobility. But we've usually seen her going for the strength power threads. But this time she's again gone for a phase boot. Extremely aggressive play here, a bracer. She's probably going to look for a drums here. And meanwhile, we have a key item that's been picked up by the lone druid here. He's got his the sacred relic here. He's almost very close to getting that radiance now. Anytime the radiance that would start hurting, being a pain in the ass of the opponents, just by sending the bear towards them, he wouldn't have to be present even in the gang. Just the bear will take care of everything.
Right, that's and then the best of the bear is still to come then.
Exactly. Now we see them all grouping up here while the Syllabear is actually farming. Let's see, something was just delivered to the Syllabear. It's just a teleport scroll. It's very basic items here he's trying to live up with. He wants to rush that radiance. He's trying to farm. Now the bot has been pushed far enough. The good option would be to go top. Meanwhile, Luna is going to take this top tower. The game has paused again. Luna with almost very close to her BKB. She has the Mithril Hammer and the Ogre Club. She's gonna get this tower easily, uncontested. No one's even trying to defend this tower from the Radiant side. It's all gonna be easy for Luna here. The game is being unpaused now. A teleport's coming in, 2 teleports coming in. The glyph goes off. They're gonna try or they're not. Luna successfully goes out. The tower, in fact, is in deniable range. They would definitely deny this tower now. And yes, they're denying this. So it's a 1-for-1. It's a balanced game. One tower that was denied at bot. In the meantime, actually, Templar got the bot tower. And so it's an even trade. In fact, but in terms of the denials, the StrawHatz team actually denied the top T1 tower, whereas the DMC denied the bottom T1 tower for each other's. That's pretty good. That's a balanced game we have right here. The difference in gold is had actually spiked in favor of the Radiant, but now it's dipping back slowly towards an equilibrium. And in terms of the XP, we have it's somewhere really, it came really close to an equilibrium, a 0 point, but now it's again drifting in favor of the Dire. So in terms of the gold earn, is the Radiant that's leading, and in terms of the XP, is the Dire that's leading. We've seen this happen very often. We've seen differences in both the graphs, and we've seen really interesting outcomes in such games. There seems to be... Unero has just been killed by Templar Assassin. I'm really sorry for missing that kill again. We've been really sloppy. I'm really sorry.
No, that's all right. Don't be sorry. It's all right. There's so much action happening all over the map. You know, we just lose our focus sometimes. That's all right. The fact of the matter is, Juggernaut was killed in the bottom lane, and they were actually going for the tower. Possibly he wanted to defend it, but then he actually got hurt. Sand King going all trying to gank all in the middle. We do see an initiation by an Impale maybe. So the tower is gonna go this and tell me attempt of denial, but no. Punk actually destroyed tower. There's gank happening right
BKB
now.
goes off, Eclipse goes off, Lone Druid actually tanking off all the hits. He's trying to bring down this Luna, but in vain. She has the BKB off, and he himself ends up going down. Sand King lands in a little late with the epicenter and cleans up whatever that was left of the creeps here. A little missed timing there, and Luna but successfully manages to back off. 3-for-0 trade here. 3 key heroes, the Leshrac, the most key hero being the Lone Druid, and the Crystal Maiden falling dead from the StrawHatz team. They're again going for this mid tower. They want to rush, they want to push this game out. Again, Unero coming in and trying to blade Fury into the Templar Assassins. Now she has a refraction up now. Kinetic field being placed here just to block in case anyone was there. Healing ward also being used. He has 3 levels of the healing ward, has maxed out his blade dance, the critical strike chance that he has on that skill. It's a passive ability. Templar Assassin with the dagger now and the Yasha. Well, I can say it's a safe build. It gives that little bit of HP and the bonus movement speed. It can all, yes, attack speed also. It all comes down to that using the phase along with everything. She's picked up the invisibility rune, and the ball has been recharged. They're going towards bot. They're shifting. They have 2 heroes at bot. They can gank. Map awareness by both of them. They know something's happening. They're coming back. Rubik, but is still venturing towards the forest, and he gets gushed down. Refraction, meld, psionic traps, blink, and anchor smash is just there. Right clicking. He has so much HP. He's actually tanking so many hits from all the 3 heroes. And but he finally, Templar Assassin managed to bring him down just right before the tower.
That truly was unexpected for Lone Druid. He did not see that definitely the Templar Assassin was invisible there, and he did not expect the one to be there. He thought it was only the Tide Hunter, so he just went in. But I think the Rubik just sensed the presence of it, and he decided to go back. A little miscommunication there. He could have actually warned the Druid to fall back. But then there it goes as it is. And oh, there's another gank happening here.
And Kinetic Field pops up, Refraction popped up on Lana. She's right hitting, brings down the Crystal Maiden single-handedly. I'm sorry, Disruptor actually brought down her. Ravage finally goes down, and Tide Hunter actually gets the Leshrac. Very close. StrawHatz actually chasing the Leshrac. DMC Pyro already initiated with the Epicenter. Excellent Impale and Epicenter Sandstorms there to evade out of the ultimate. Junero actually healing a little back, and both of them, Rubik is on full HP, both of them are retreating as we speak. Excellent play by Unero here, healing on time. Also excellent play by Pyro, the Sand King. Great play, great support. Tide Hunter was definitely dead at that point, if not for the Epicenter and the Impale at the right time by Sand King. Now they're going back. This guy, Rubik is in full HP here. He's probably looking forward to making that 4-staff as soon as he can. And Juggernaut has actually got his Aghanim Scepter that allows him to put like 9 jumps on the slashes that he can get. So that's quite a jump. Now all he has to do is build up his damage. That's all he has to do. A BKB wouldn't hurt in this scenario, because considering the fact that he's facing a Ravage dude, that is the Tide Hunter, and the Epicenter dude, who is the Sand King. These guys are definitely the biggest AoE damage dealers in the game, apart from Earthshaker. And he definitely needs a BKB at this point in the game.
Oh, that's really, really true. But we've just seen a cancellation of Juggernaut's ulti when Sand King just pulled out a sandstorm, you know. It just simply stopped him. But then that's a very small flicker in the big game, I believe. Urano is just, as you mentioned, it's going to build up on damage. It's going to be really sure. And so the game progresses, just return to farms, and all the middle lanes are farming. The bottom lane has been pushed much, and so is the top lane. They're casually farming all, but I think the focus is still on the middle lane, while the heroes focus themselves around the river. But let's just see, where is the Templar Assassin? Where is he?
Has arrived.
Where is she, in fact? Oh, they're all there. They're all there, definitely planning something. Illusion Rune is in effect. Lone Druid continues to farm in the top lane. It has a TP scroll, so there's definitely going to come back for support if it is required. But now he's getting the much needed farm. Stable action happening everywhere.
Meanwhile, the StrawHatz team is actually grouped at mid. They're actually contemplating a smoke here, but I don't think they're doing it. First, they decide to place the wards here. A sentry ward being placed along with the observer wards, just making sure that the Dire team do not spot their smoke. That's a clever move here. The Dire team must not know that they've smoked, and that's the only reason they've put the sentry ward there, apart from the vision, of course. But it's a smart move nevertheless. Now they're going on the bot lane here, with everyone in the Dire team actually come here, especially the Tide Hunter, 4 of them. The only hero on top is Luna, and she's farming. She's farming like crazy. 190 last hits in 26 minutes. That is seriously good. A Black King Bar, a Yasha, Tranquil Boots, a Poor Man's Shield, a Ring of Aquila, and a TP Scroll. She's farming the neutrals very fast, and she just had a Manta completed. A Manta being delivered. 26 minutes. BKB Manta, Tranquil Boots. Well, Tranquil Boots is not really that big of an item. Because it's become really cheap. It's the cheapest source of mobility. 80 movement speed for really cheap, for really less gold. It's just like I guess it's one ring of regen and the ring of protection along with the boots, and that's all that it needs. That makes it one of the cheapest items to get for the maximum mobility.
That's really true, man. So can you compare it with the power treads? What kind of mobility does the power treads give if you compare it to Tranquil Boots?
Power treads actually gives a plus 60, I believe. Plus 60 and plus 35 attack speed.
And what about that Boots of Travel?
Boots of Travel gives plus 90 if I'm not mistaken. But Tranquil Boots gives you plus 90. Plus 80, sorry. And Arcane Boots gives you plus 70 if I'm not mistaken. Well, with the latest changelog, we'll all have to, I think, revise that, and it should have been done, but we've been so busy here. It's just been a riot here. All chaos. The games have been coming up one after the other. We barely got time to sleep here and eat food, let alone analyze the changelog. We see a 5-on-5 stuff happening here at bot. Psionic Trap goes down. They get the Lone Druid on it. They've all grouped up here. Kinetic Field goes down. Tide Hunter blinks in. A Ravage goes down. Managed to get 3. Rubik steals it. Gets the Ravage again. A Rubik's Ravage steal here. Did we see a Ravage steal or no? I don't think so. It was just a Ravage. And now we're seeing them focusing down the Disruptor. And Tide versus Juggernaut is the call. And yes, the Anchor Smash takes care of it. Last hit. Zoom with a triple kill here. Lone Druid actually disconnected here. And he reconnected back. Wow. DMC Zoom on a killing spree with triple kills. We saw the gutsy, the ballsy play by DMC Zoom at that time when at the bot T1 tower, and he just jumped in and got 2 guys really off, and Crystal Maiden just managed to escape from there. Again, we see him playing an amazing game here, getting the triple kills, getting off the traps really fast. We seem to have a pause here. We'll just sort out the technical difficulty and be with you right back. And we are unpausing as we speak. And we have the Templar Assassin with the boost, the Yasha. She's actually getting really close to that Desolator here. And we have Tide Hunter with an Oblivion Staff. Well, it could probably be possible that he's going for a refresher orb here.
Check out the kind of trade-offs, man. It's like 4 versus 2 or 4 versus 1 or 4 versus 3. How do you think this game is going in favor of StrawHatz? Is it going in favor of StrawHatz, do you think so? Or it's not, it's going in favor of Team DMC?
Well, from the kill stats, it's pretty obvious that the game is going in the favor of DMC. But you can never know. We saw the game, we saw the DMC versus Oblique Gaming game. Any amount of advantage does not amount to anything unless you don't have patience and make a poor decision or two. It's just about timing, it's about patience, it's about persistence. These statistics, these scores do not mean much when it comes to when there's something at stake. So that's what I've realized in all this while.
Oh, that's really, really true, man. I've witnessed the game changeovers, the turnarounds have been really, really awesome. Yeah, that's good to say that it is not the kind of favor we can see at any point of time. It's the kind of outcome of the ganks that is actually happening, which actually determine the tie and the turn of the tie. When we can defend them, when we can actually execute them, that's the essence of any team, the essence of any Dota game. You build up on your farm, you build up on your inventory, and you build up on your skills, and then when it's time for use, when you are actually into a gank, the basic outcome of it, the way you use every part of that skill is what matters and actually decides the game. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a game paused on an Alienware Game Victorious regional finals brought to you by Alienware, Microsoft Windows, and Dell computers. And this matchup is between Team DMC and Team StrawHatz, which they call themselves as the Fifth Squad. So game is into a pause phase with 19 kill credits to Team StrawHatz and 28 kill credits to Team DMC. We got Templar Assassin doing wonders and just blinking in, not the back, but she's going in and actually creating huge damage, out of proportion damage to the support heroes as well as their main tank. The tank seems to be, afraid of Templar already. Meanwhile, Luna Moonfang is definitely farming like hell. If you just look at the items of her, let's have a look at the items of Moonfang. She's got an BKB mantle, a Puma's shield, ring of figures, and this tranquilizer boots. I mean, that's definitely a good item build. She's all farmed up. She already got 2,000, approximately 2,000 gold. Oh, we did miss on this. I mean, did she take out the tower? She just took out the tower. I was just doing that. This is the gold amount popping up, man. 561 gold credits to Move. I don't think they ever realized this is happening. Did even the StrawHatz realize this is happening?
There was so much action happening at the bot lane here that we barely managed to get a glimpse at what Luna did at top. That's the power of Luna. She can single-handedly just tear down the base. Thanks to the glaive rape mechanism that has been come here. I mean, she used to do that in Dota 1, but it was just on one base, and it was really partial. It would just happen between these two barracks. But in Dota 2, it's actually happening for 4 buildings altogether. So the glaives actually bounce off almost on every building she can hit on. That's the power of Luna. So she hasn't actually been buffed, but Dota 2, the way it's been structured, the engine has made her buffed.
Yes. It actually looks beautiful when all the glaives, move around all the buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually kind of beautiful when you look at it. So that's very right to say that she's not actually been buffed. But when structurally speaking, the placement of structures in them, as a matter of speaking, when they take the hits from all the, when the barracks as well take the hits from all the structures take hit from the glaive effect, that actually looks beautiful, and it gives an impression of a buffed Moonfang. But then again, the fact remains the Moon has actually farmed really, really well, and without the knowledge of StrawHatz, I know they must have realized by now, but then the fact is that 4 heroes are down, 1 disconnected, and then that disconnected hero is also down, I believe. Lone Druid it was. And so far, the team wipeout has just happened. Moon is right there in the base. I think she has ample amount of time with 21 seconds, 31 seconds. Everyone, either they get in a buyback, but if they don't go for a buyback, they're definitely going to have a mega top lane. All credits to Moonfang. I think there should be a buyback if they realize it. But if they go for a buyback, there's a definite downfall of the bottom tower in which all the other Team DMC heroes are standing. So there is a trade-off here. I think there has to be a buyback, but then only the unpausing scenario will tell.
Well, it looks like the Juggernaut pick, along with the Syllabub pick, has not been working out the best for them. The Juggernaut is actually just with the phase boots and the Aghanim Scepter, but without actual damage items, the slashes don't mean much on any hero. And as we speak, Lone Druid is actually reconnected back into the game. We might see a resume going up. Meanwhile, we just hold on while we take care of some technical issues.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And we're back into the game here. We just the game has just been resumed. Templar Assassin has bottled the invisibility rune, and Luna actually has destroyed towers here. Both the top and the broken in. Have they? Oh no, it was some other tower that fall. They took the tier 2 tower here, and Luna has actually proved to be the lethal pick here. Juggernaut and Lone Druid not amounting to much here. They're just doing something. They tried an experiment here and it fell back on them. It's just the radiance that the Lone Druid has here at the moment that's keeping him in the game. But they cannot sustain at this. They cannot build up to anything. Once there is Mega, they do not have enough firepower to defend it. Meanwhile, we see. Let's take a look at the last hits here. Luna is almost double of the Juggernaut stats here. She's sitting at 235 last hits compared to the 128 on the Juggernaut, and the Lone Dude is actually following up. We have the go next call, and Zoom responds with the ZZ, which means he wants to complete this. To feel that sense of completion, he needs to get it out of his system. That's the reason they're actually doing a Roshan here, which probably describes that feeling the best. And it has been paused again. Go next was the call from Team StrawHatz. As the game is paused, we'll just come back after a few moments. And as we speak, they've all disconnected from the game. We're going into the next game. Game 1 goes in favor of DMC. Well played. GG, well played is the call. They're going for the next game now. Let's join them in the next game.